The next 5 years is going to look completely different than the last 5 years. And now the head of Microsoft says that Xbox is going to start using AI, generative AI. It's coming. Satya Nadella has said it. Now, this has led to the journalists, the gaming journalists, they always poo-poo AI. And they don't just poo-poo it. They act like it's doomsday. I use AI every day in my job. 6 months ago, it wasn't a thing. 9 months ago, it wasn't a thing. I can't imagine my life now without AI. It's a game changer, and it will only improve and enhance gaming from here out. They act like one of the common misconceptions or one of the common complaints is it's going to kill creativity. No, it's not. It's going to take jobs. No, it's not. It's going to make games feel generic. I'm sorry. Do games not already feel generic? Yes, they do. But it's not going to do any of those things. It's a tool that game developers and game studios are going to be able to utilize to make games better. And I'm very excited. And yes, Xbox should be in the front, leading the charge here. And if you don't think that they should be, you're wrong. And you just don't understand being a disruptor because you're journalists and journalists aren't disruptors. It's the age-old profession that really there's very little disruption in if we're looking at it that way. Let's go over it. Let's go over some of the critiques. I'm going to show you my response on Twitter to a few of them. Let's review this news story and go over it all. Before we do, though, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. I drop videos like this all the time right here on this channel. Like, subscribe, share us with your friends. Let's go over it. This is Video Games Chronicle. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella has said it's planning to have a catalog of video games utilize its new generative AI mode, Muse. Announced earlier this week, Microsoft Muse is a generative AI model that says can generate game visuals, controller actions, or both. In its announcement, Microsoft showed how Muse could generate game visuals using training data from Ninja Theory's 2020 game Bleeding Edge. By the way, Bleeding Edge, there's a game that I think is underrated and just dropped at the wrong time. Bleeding Edge was a ton of fun. It just, like I said, it just dropped at the wrong time. I don't think that players necessarily were looking for this game. It had kind of been done already, but it's a fantastic game. Bleeding Edge. Commenting on Muse in an interview published this week, Nadella compared Muse to the wow moment he said he felt when he first saw other generative AI models such as ChatGPT. According to Nadella, Microsoft is already planning to utilize generative AI in multiple games. It's just very cool. This is what he said, quote, "It's just very cool. One thing that we wanted to go after was using gameplay data. Can you actually generate games that are both consistent and then have the ability to generate the diversity of what the game represents and then are persistent to user mods? So what this is what this is," he told the Darkwish podcast. The cool thing is what I'm excited about is we're going to have a catalog of games soon that we will start using these models, or we're going to train these models to generate and then start playing them. In fact, when Phil Spencer first showed it to me, where he had an Xbox controller and this model basically took the input and generated the output based on the input, and it was consistent with the game. And that to me is massive. It's this massive moment of wow. It's kind of like the first time we saw ChatGPT complete sentences or Dolly Draw or Sora. It's that kind of one such moment. Like in most this is VGC talking now. Like in most creative industries, generative AI has become a hot topic in video games, with many voicing concerns about generative AI leading to job losses and widespread plagiarism. Take-Two Interactive CEO Strauss Zelnick recently said not only does he think AI won't lead to job losses, he believes it could lead to increased employment. He also said he couldn't think of any new guardrails that might be required to protect developers. I agree. Speaking to VGC Split Fiction, It Takes-Two director Yosef Fares said he thinks developers should work with AI rather than push against it, and called it both scary and very exciting. It is. If you've used it, again, I use AI every day in my job. And I can tell you, this is the worst it's ever going to be. We're at the beginning of it. And the potential that it holds for gaming in the future is huge and massive. We're going to get better games faster. We're going to get more immersive experiences, and it's going to be fantastic. But ironically, there's a lot of people. So you don't see, like, in the industry, the developers, and I did a video last week about this, that our gaming journalists, do they represent us? And the answer is no, they don't. And there was a poll that I did, 90% of people said that they don't feel represented. And I think AI is a case where that is the case. I think AI is cool. Yet journalists are all coming out, doom and gloom. Here's an example here. So the first one, the Act Man, this is over on Twitter. I screenshotted both of these. We live in the worst timeline, he says. They want robots to make your entertainment so they don't have to pay artists, developers, and programs. F off with this greedy BS. This is the Act Man. And then we have Paul Tassi. ChatGPT can't write classic novels. DALL-E can't make valuable art. Making games with this will ultimately produce nothing in value. These are both in responses to the headline of the story that we just went over. Making games with this will ultimately produce nothing of value. Both of that is just wrong think. Here was my response. Seeing all this anti-AI panic from journalists and content creators, but what if AI just let devs make cooler games faster? Wild concept, I know. AI isn't here to replace human creativity. It's a tool just like every other major innovation before it. Games won't suddenly become worthless just because AI speeds up development and expands creative possibilities. If anything, we'll see studios do more with less. That's a win for gamers, developers, and the industry as a whole. I'm excited for it. Why aren't you? And that is my response to the anti-AI crowd. I think it's a good thing. I don't think it's going to kill creativity. I think it'll enhance creativity by freeing up time for devs to focus on storytelling, design, and innovation. I think right now a lot of time is spent. You can use AI to do things that are repetitive. Dumb, repetitive tasks, just boom, AI can do that for you. So now you can free up your time to focus on the things that really matter, that to really take your game to the next level. So I don't think AI will kill creativity. Another common concern here is that AI will take jobs. I think history shows us that new technology actually creates jobs, not destroy them. Just like the Take-Two CEO said in the article that we read there. AI is going to do the same. It will create new jobs. There'll be new jobs, new experiences here because of AI. So I don't think AI will take jobs. That's another common concern. AI will make games feel generic. That's what Paul Tassi said there, which I think is a really weird critique, because a lot of games feel generic right now without AI. So I just disagree with that. I think AI is a tool. It's not a replacement. It's about how developers use it to push gaming forward. And so I think we're going to get the most unique games that we've ever seen, the most unique concepts that we've ever seen, the most unique interactions with NPCs and storytelling in a world that we've ever seen. NPCs immersing you in this world because it reacts to you, unlike we've ever seen in gaming before. So I don't think AI will make games feel generic. The last critique I think that we get is AI will make games too easy, which I think is a foolish one as well. I've seen this on Twitter. Oh, it's going to make games, they're all going to be too easy, just dumb, easy games. I think it will actually be able to increase difficulty dynamically. So imagine you no longer have a difficulty scale on your game. Like you no longer have to pick normal, easy, hard, standard, right? Instead, it's dynamic. So the way the game is intended to be played for you dynamically changes because AI can take that. It can measure how you're doing in the game and always keep it the perfect amount of difficulty that the developer intended for you, which I think is awesome. So I think ultimately, I think we're getting faster game development. We're going to get more games, less delays. We're going to get improved NPC behavior, improved immersion because of AI. And then I think we're going to get procedurally generated content or worlds happening on the fly. Like you could, tailored to you specifically. AI opens up that possibility and it just makes it for a really exciting and interesting path forward for gaming as a whole. That's me on AI. Again, I think the concerns are the concerns we've always had. So for instance, Adobe Premiere didn't kill videos. Digital photography didn't kill photography. Photoshop didn't kill photography. The computer didn't kill storytelling. And I think saying AI is going to kill gaming is really foolish. I have no other way to say it. I think it's ideologically based for the most part. Like I bet you the people saying this I think fall under a very specific ideology. And I think it lacks forward thinking. I think AI is a huge part of the future, and I think it's going to improve games immensely. That's going to do us for today, everybody. Again, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know where I'm wrong. Let me know in the description. Let me know in the comments what you think I'm missing here, and let's have a discussion. Let me know where I'm right. Where do you agree with me? Let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this all the time. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.